Okay, for a good number of you, I'm going to bet this was the part of Delta Math that was kind of hard. Increasing versus decreasing and positive versus negatives. This is a level 2. Where y is greater than or equal to 0. So that's going on your y-axis, greater than or equal to 0. So that's where is this graph positive. So in this case, this graph, even though it's decreasing, it's still positive. Increasing, still positive, decreasing, and then we cross over at -2. So y is greater than 0 from negative infinity to -2 for sure. Don't hit enter yet. And now we're negative. Oh, and now we cross our x-axis again at a +3. So I can start a parentheses, 3. And it's going to be above our x-axis all the way until we get to x value of 7. So the domain from 3 to 7. After that, it's negative again. So we're going to submit our answer. We're rocking and rolling. Okay, so this one, determine all intervals on which the graph of f is decreasing, so going down. So from negative infinity to 5, it never increases. It levels, and then it keeps going down, and then it's going to level probably to about -1 is when it starts to make its turn. So we're going to try this one. Negative infinity to a -1. And then it's increasing the rest of the way. You could call this a constant for a second, but it's going to keep going. Let's see if they like this answer. Fingers crossed, we did it. Nailed it. So here it never actually turned up. So it's still considered decreasing. It just stayed constant. If it went up too far, maybe you could call it constant if they were being picky. But for now, this whole side is going down from left to right. All right, squiggles, squiggles. So when is y, because f of x is the same thing as y, less than or equal to 0? So that means we're going to go from our x-axis, where y is 0, and to the bottom. So we are above the x-axis, above, and we cross at -3. And then we're below until -1, and we cross again. So that's going to be that domain interval. And then we're in the positives. So we're going to do a union because that's an and it's going to start at 3 and go again until 7 when it comes above the x-axis. And those are our two negative. So when y is less than 0 intervals. So again, they have it highlighted. When is it below the x-axis? I'm going to do one more. All right, so again, below the x-axis, f of x is y is less than or equal to 0, so less than or equal to, it's equal to 0 at -7. And it's below that x-axis. It doesn't actually even come up yet, so we're going to stay down here until 5 is when it actually crosses the x-axis. And again, you're using parentheses because right here at this very number, that's 0. That's not positive or negative. All right, guys, hopefully that helps you out some. Again, please use the notes that they give you at the bottom when you get them right and wrong. Because if you really look at it, it explains pretty well, which is why we're using this program. Excellent. Rock and roll, guys.